Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be all about how easy you can get unskilled jobs and eventually relocate to one of the richest countries in the world, Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a Schengen country located in the heart of Europe, with its neighbors being Germany, France, and Belgium. Sit tight and don't skip a second of this video. I got you. Today's video is all about how you can get unskilled work in Luxembourg and eventually relocate to Luxembourg all by yourself. I'm telling you, you can do this by yourself. You don't need a travel agency. If you put in the work, you can do it by yourself. If you need to use a travel agency, you can as well use one. So the advantages of you moving to Luxembourg with the work visa is one, there's no age restriction, there's no language test required, you can move with your family, and the visa basically takes less time to process. Within months you can be in Luxembourg with your family. And I'm also going to make mention on the fact that their visa approval rate is so high, and the job, there's a lot of jobs in Luxembourg. Like the unemployment rate in Luxembourg is really low. Okay, so we're going to start by looking at the sectors where you can find unskilled jobs in Luxembourg. Okay, so we have cashier jobs, we have packing jobs, we have shelf stacker jobs, we have supermarket jobs, convenience store jobs, you have retail store jobs, and under hospitality you have waiters, you have waitresses, you have dishwasher jobs, you have kitchen helper jobs, and then under construction we have labor jobs, you have carpenter jobs, construction helper jobs, you have plumber jobs, painting jobs, and roofing jobs. Moving forward, we have factory and warehouse, where you have packing jobs, you have sorting jobs, you have assembly jobs, and there are jobs, a lot of jobs in the agricultural sector, like picking fruits, you know, working with tractors and stuff like that. Then we have also under delivery, you delivering packages, delivering food, you get. So next we're going to be looking on how you're going to get these jobs. I think that's the most important part. How are you going to get these jobs in Luxembourg? Number one, let's break it down into three. Number one would be if you have connections in Luxembourg, maybe you have friends or family, you can call them and ask them to try getting you a job or look out for jobs that you can do. And I'm going to say all of these jobs are going to be fully sponsored by the company which you're working for or your employer. Okay, number two, the second way by which you can get jobs is you going to websites and applying for jobs. And I'm going to list some websites here. I'm also going to leave them in the comment section, on the description box. You can get jobs on LinkedIn. I think that's everyone should have a LinkedIn account. You can get jobs on jobs.lu. You can get jobs on optioncareer.lu. MOOVIJOB.LU, lu.indeed.com, monster.lu. And I'm going to say just about 40% of jobs in Luxembourg are going to be posted online. Okay, which takes us to number 3, which is through recruiting agencies. Yeah. So I would say if you're trying to get a job, which I will recommend you getting a job with the recruiting agency, because they don't charge you. They charge the employer for getting you to work with them. Though they might charge you a little fee, but that will be after they've gotten you your work contract and you've already gone through the process, or the interview process with your company and employer. Okay, so I would say if you're going for this recruiting agency, you should go for the government appointed recruiting agencies. You can look up some of these recruiting agencies on jobs.lu. You scroll down, and at the bottom you're going to see recruiters. That's where you're going to see government recruiters with jobs posted. You go there with a CV and cover letter and you apply. Next, we're going to talk about your CV and cover letter. You should draft a very good CV and cover letter that meets the Luxembourg standard. If you can't do it, I would say you should look for videos online, European cover letter and CV format, and get yourself a good CV. And when you're doing your CV and cover letter, try to include keywords for the job that you're applying for, because that's what the recruiters are going to be looking for. If not, you're going to find it very difficult getting calls for interviews, or they're not even going to reach out to you. So if they're not reaching out to you when you've kept applying, you should check on your CV and your cover letter. Okay, so next up, we're going to be looking at after you've gotten a job and you've gotten your employment letter, what's the next thing to do? The next thing, you're going to provide the necessary documents to your employer, and your employer is going to apply for you your work permit. And in order for your employer to do that, you need to provide your employer is going to need a certificate proving that he wants to employ a non-European citizen. He's also going to be proving that he has posted the job, and that position could not be filled by someone in Luxembourg or a European or someone in the EU or a European citizen. And after he applies for your work permit, you should get your work permit in about 3 months. And that's it. That's the final one. Once you get your work permit, the process is literally the same. You just once you get your work permit, you have to go to VFS Global, apply for your visa. Now, at this point, if you are traveling with your spouse, you also apply for your spouse's visa. If you have kids under the ages of 17, you can also apply for your children. And that is it. Once you apply with the VFS Global and receive your application, you're going to get your visa in 7 to 15 days. It's going to be a 1-year visa, and you can renew it once you get to Luxembourg. for up to 3 years. So yeah, that's all about this video. I'm going to drop all the links in the description box for all the websites that I just make mention. And if you have any other questions, just drop it on the comment section, and see you in the comment section.